Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio, Roselle, New Jersey. So my friend Larry Frederick died this week. He's co-owner of Cicada Audio, and it's definitely a sad moment for the 12-volt industry as a whole. Larry has been involved in audio way longer than I have, and I've been doing it for 27 years. So Larry's worked at some of the biggest car audio companies in the world. He's worked at Phoenix Gold, Diamond Audio. He's forgotten more about audio than I'll probably ever learn in my career. Larry was a genius, and he loved his job and he loved his work. And Larry is definitely one of the most unpolitically correct persons I've ever met in my life, and that's one of the other things that made him awesome. He didn't care what you thought about him. He cared about science and having true numbers and realistic expectations of what a product can do. So Larry didn't care if he offended you. He wanted you to learn. When I first met Larry is when I first became a Hertz Audison dealer, and Larry was a trainer for my area. So when I came into class, I had passed my master MECP exam, so I had my work shirt on with the master patch on it. Larry walked in and looked at my master patch, tapped me on the shoulder and said, "By the end of this class, I'm going to show you how much you don't know about audio." And he was right. Larry figured out how to word everything to make it tricky and challenging. And by the end of the class, he had me scared to raise my hand because he was picking on me so much. I learned a lot from that class. And at the end of the class, he approached me and he told me, "I like you." I said, "I couldn't tell. You were picking on me pretty good in there." He goes, "At least you were willing to raise your hand and give the answer you thought was right." He goes, "Nobody else in the room was willing." He goes, "So they didn't learn." He goes, "You learned." He goes, "And he goes, "I worded everything in a way that I knew you would answer it wrong." He goes, "So I appreciate that you took the time to study and get yourself certified, but I want to show you that there's a lot more to learn, and I can teach it to you." And over the years, he taught me to be more humble. He taught me to approach the numbers and challenge the numbers and make sure that they work. Larry had no problem calling bullshit. Larry came out the bullshit card, and he would use and send the bullshit card to people that would call him for tech support and make up numbers that didn't make sense. If the worst thing you could do is call Larry and tell him that the setup's not loud enough, because he'll ask you to explain what's not loud enough. How do you know? Did you measure it? What's the reference point? At what number is loud enough? Because he knew it wasn't a problem with the equipment, it was a problem with the install or the tuning or the phasing. Like, Larry's all about numbers, and if you try and make up numbers, he's just going to call bullshit on you, because audio is science. And if you do things and follow the laws of physics, you should have predictable output. So if there's an issue, it's normally install related, and he could prove it to you every single time. It's sad because Larry's one of the few people I can reach out to in the industry that doesn't matter what brand it is, if it's a problem and he can help, he's going to help. There aren't too many people like that in the industry, and Larry's one of those people. His passing is not only going to affect his family and his company, it's also going to affect our company, because we would develop stuff together, we would talk about stuff together, we would share ideas that can make both our businesses better, and we could deliver a better end product to the client. So not having Larry on my team is definitely going to affect me in a negative way. But I have faith in his partners at Cicada Audio that they will continue to grow the company and do it in a way that would make Larry proud. His family has set up a GoFundMe page. I'm going to put a link below in the description. To help with some bills that Larry left behind. So if you're one of my followers and I've helped you in any way, if you can donate anything, $1, $10, $20, $100, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me, because I consider Larry a friend. He's definitely more than a car audio friend. Like, we would talk the entire time he was in the hospital for his back surgery. We talked 2 or 3 times every week, and half the time it wasn't even about audio. It was just about life. Larry's a great person. Um, we do a lot of the Cicada product here at the shop, and every time I touch one of the Cicada boxes, I just think of him and one of the conversations we had. And damn, we really lost a good guy. But that was it. I just wanted to keep it short. I wanted to make anybody aware that wasn't aware that Larry had passed, and that was it. Please, if you can donate. We already have, and then I'm also collecting some money locally, and we're going to donate again. But Larry's definitely going to be missed. Love you, Larry. Miss you.